Boy, these headphones are loud. But that's a good thing because they're the original Beats by Dre. Not the Sony Beats, but the Monster Beats. Good evening. Welcome to Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. My name is Dr. Al Greer. I will be your musical host from now until midnight Central Standard Time with some of the greatest love songs of all time, bar none, right here on WOSD Radio DB Chicago, later on Biggs Radio Chicago, as well as WRLNradio.com, a Ray Neal media station. I don't know if he's .com or not. I just gave him that moniker tonight. Anyway, coming up in our last hour, we do a little thing we call foreplay. 4 songs by one of your favorite artists or groups, male or female. That's in our last hour here on Bedtime Stories. So tell all your friends that we are on right now. I'll give you a bit, okay? All right. Let you wait a little while. All right? Cool. All right. Tell your friends. And then get back with me. Make sure you tell your friends that it's Bedtime Stories. We're not AM, we're not FM, we're not XM. WOSDradio.com. Everybody had that problem on Sunday at the 80th birthday party that I was doing. So they're like, is it AM? Is it FM? Is it? No, it's neither. It's on your phone. It's on your tablet. It's on your PC. It's on your, every social media device via TuneIn. Also, well, what's the other app? TuneIn, radio.net, radio.com, or .co. And my favorite, just plain old simple radio. All right, let's kick it off with 2 in a row from Angela Winbush. This is Hello Beloved on Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Good evening. Take 1.
Thinking of you in the statue. Stay by my side. You better right. No one won't be. You could choose where I want to be. I can face another day alone. I need love on my own. So when you touch my
It's your nighttime girlfriend, Kim Patterson, and I am locked into bedtime stories with my favorite guy, Dr. Al Greer, on WOSD Radio and WCHIX Radio Chicago from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight, playing nothing but the classic love songs where he push you to bed but never to sleep. Dr. Greer, get us in the mood.
Where is everybody? Everybody? Hey, everybody. Yo, Angie. What's up, sis? Come my way, baby. All right. All right. Like something growing up there. Nine listeners. Good Lord. Well, it's still early. Now, I heard you heard me say two in a row from Angela Winbush, right? Well, Angie just happens to be singing on that song that she co-wrote with Ron Isley. That is called "Come My Way," produced by Angela Winbush. Yes, at the height of her career, she was a producer as well. It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Hello to my sister from another mister, Angie Martin Turner, and everybody else who's listening right now. I really appreciate you guys, as always. I know I say this all the time, but I really mean it from the bottom of my feet. I really, bedtime stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, and my twin, Morris, day and the time. This is Gigolos Get Lonely Too on Bedtime Stories. Yes, we do. I guess. Food in the room. Once, without taking off my clothes. Honey. Okay. Once a month, another back, taking out the clothes. It's good. I'm eating it now. The carrots are so buttery. Mm. Mm. So is the spinach. It's buttery too. Mm. Even the potatoes are buttery. Butter everywhere.
He's delicious. And you're listening to my Big Daddy, Al Greer, with Bedtime Stories.
I just did what you say is better with butter. Like everything got butter on it. Potatoes smothered in butter. Mm-mm. Sometimes I get lonely. Mm. Mm-mm. Got things to do with it. Mm-mm. Man. Mm-mm. Hey, Dee Dee. You say laying between the sheets. I bet you are. With them toes out. Good Lord. Mm-mm. You should start your own foot page. Get paid. Get a foot page. Deidre Evans, foot page, brought to you by Dr. Scholl's. Mm-mm. Girl, you could rack up. Okay. Rack up. By the time. Sometimes I get lonely. Mm. Mm-mm. Don't tease me. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. As a matter of fact, Deidre, send me a picture. I'll be your manager. From one of the most underrated albums ever by the time. That is Sometimes I Get Lonely from the album Pandemonium. It is your peanut butter, excuse me, peanut butter brother, Dr. Algre and the Belch. And the only people that heard that were the ones that are watching me on Facebook right now. To them, I say, excuse me. Hello to my sister Angie, to Deidre. She's never been on my live before, but I appreciate it. And of course, Sherry Yvette Withers Banks, who performed at the Ameristar this past weekend. I wasn't able to make it. I am so sorry. By the time I would have gotten out there, the show would have already started at 8 o'clock because I know you all are on white people's time and not color people time. So I saw the pictures from the performance. And next time I will be there front and center. Thank you so much. Switching gears, congratulations to Jamal Roberts. He wins American Idol 2025. Let's see, where is he from? They say he's from, is he from Texas? Is he from, where is he from? But anyway, you know, I had stopped watching American Idol for a while because I didn't think that they were fair. I really didn't. But Jamal Roberts, he's a 27-year-old, what is this? And my, well, 24-year-old, a 27-year-old physical education teacher in Mississippi. Yep. And it says here the crooner who excelled across all the genres is the second Black male artist to win the competition after Ruben Studdard took the title on the show's second season in 2003. Congratulations. Man, I wasn't really watching it, but you know, like when I'm at work on Sundays, I'm watching it. And I'm like, he's too good to win. He's too good to win. And he did it. Congratulations. Congratulations once again to Jamal Roberts from Meridian, Mississippi. Congratulations, young man. For Deidre, in the Isley Brothers, Between the Sheets on Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. He's from Mississippi. And what was so cool about it? Excuse me, I'm feeding my face. Mm. As soon as I get through chewing, I'm gonna say it. Okay, now I can say it. What I thought was so great about his win is that the fact, I don't know if he's with his baby mama, but he had his little girls there. And I was like, that really showed that he wasn't some thug off the street. I mean, from his appearance and everything else, like, he ain't gonna win. He got them dreads, twists, whatever in his head. He does not fit the profile of American Idol. Neither did Ruben Studdard. Definitely not Fantasia. Shall I go on? When Fantasia got in it, she had a mouthful of braces. She was this big corn-fed sister from the South. Didn't think she was going to win. Then stuttered. Let's call a spade a spade. Big old Ruben Studdard, who they started calling Lil Luther. Wasn't nothing little about him. He won over Clay Aiken, the white boy who was the darling of the whole contest. They just knew Clay was going to win. You know, looking like Barry Manilow's twin. They just knew Clay was going to win. And Clay saw he saw the vote, and he was like, and Clay wasn't even mad because Clay had already, he had already signed a contract. We haven't heard from Clay since. What's ironic is that Jennifer Hudson didn't win, but Jennifer went on to host her own talk show. She never had hit records, but she went on to, to do well, even though she got booted off of Idol. She used to sing on those boats, Disney cruises and stuff like that. But these are people that didn't fit the mold, And you know what I'm talking about. American Idol, Carrie Underwood. That's American Idol right there. Carrie Underwood. Sweet, poly, purebred white girl from, from wherever. That is the definitive. But Jamal Roberts, he was the total opposite. He didn't put on no shirt. He wasn't trying to impress nobody with his, his flashy attire. But he did his thing. And like I said, I didn't watch the whole season. I would, watch it here and there. I'm like, oh, the black guy's still on. Okay. Or the big black girl, she's still on. She didn't fit the mold either. But when she got up there and sang with Patty last night, woo! I was like, okay. I'm like, look at her singing with Patty. Lionel called Patty on the phone during her audition, and she got a chance to sing with her. I'm like, oh my goodness, I would have been just in awe of Miss LaBelle. It's just some people you just don't stand on stage with. Jennifer Holliday, she looked good. Jennifer Holliday got up there and sang. I was like, she sang "I Am Changing" with one of the former finalists. I couldn't believe it. It's like they didn't. They pulled out all the stops for the finale. I was like, okay, I see y'all. Okay. But I hate to say this, but the runner-up, John Foster, you know, he was American Idol right there. He was everything that they were looking for. Young white boy from the South. Not to take anything away from John Foster, but he couldn't do riffs like Jamal. He couldn't, Jamal embodied soul music. He embodied country music. He did everything that John couldn't do. John couldn't keep up. All John could just sing, I'm gonna love you forever, forever and ever, amen. That was his, that was his calling card. His calling card was the cowboy hat, boots and that twang that he had. But Jamal had the twang, he had all of it. He sang pop, rock. Of course, he did Sam Cooke's "A Change Is Gonna Come," and the people stood up for him. Everybody stood up for him, except for Carrie Underwood at the end. I think Carrie was a little salty because the colored boy won. But she'll get over it, won't she? America has voted. Sorry, Carrie, but yours didn't win. And I hate to make it a black or white thing, but that's what it boiled down to. Carrie should have been happy for Jamal, but it seemed like she was like, oh, okay. And they said on social media that, one of the producers probably leaned over and told her, you need to stand up, little white girl, or you'll be looking for a job in January when we start shooting Idol again. So good to me. 2 in a row from the brothers Isley. Let's Make Love Tonight. And Between the Sheets. From the mind of Chris Jasper. Yeah, Chris did all of that. He did all the instrumentation on there except for the guitar. Ernie did that. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, both, of course, from the same album, Between the Sheets. For Deidre, thank you for being on my live tonight. Hope you're listening on our app. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, congratulating Jamal Roberts, a 27-year-old physical education teacher from Mississippi who was declared this year's American Idol. He excelled across, thank you very much. He excelled across all genres and is the second black male to win the competition after Ruben Studdard took the title back in 2023 in the second season of American Idol. John Foster did a great job. but he was kind of, I guess he was just stuck doing country music. So he couldn't really stretch out. Jamal, he had the range. And I'm not just saying that because he's a brother, but he had the range. He did all of the songs the way they were supposed to be done. Everyone was happy except Carrie Underwood, who did not stand during the finale or the reading of whom the winner was. Jamal joked and said Ryan Seacrest was taking too long. Well, he does that every year, you know. It's to build up the suspense. It's TV, guys. That's what we do on TV and on radio. But congratulations, Jamal Roberts, 27 years old. And he proved to the world that it's okay to have your kids with you and your baby mama and whomever else. He had his little girls on TV front and center. One of them was behind the scenes sleeping, and the other one was right in his lap. I said, that's it. That's the way we should be portrayed on television. And I think that kind of got to Carrie Underwood, but she'd be all right. Somebody leaned over to her and said, you better stand, little white girl. We start shooting again in January, so you might want to stand up, for this one. She was visibly upset. Oh, well. I guess because Jamal didn't fit the idol mold like she did. And Clay Aiken. Oh, Clay Aiken got beat by Ruben Studdard. Go figure, right? You're the OJs. Mm-mm. Belong. Talking on the phone for hours. I'm so lonely. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm, 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 mm. AP. Mm, mm, mm. Come to me. AP.
Hi, this is Gina, one of Al's gals, and you're listening to Al Greer with Bedtime Stories on WOSD Radio.
Woo! Come on now.
I won't hurt, I won't hurt. I'm so terrible, so terrible. Okay, all right. Honey, you never forget this time. Just
I had a great day. I actually started my day driving to Joliet. I certainly did. DJ Carl Dobbin telling his business.
just I won't stop. I won't stop.
Beg me to.
Oh, baby, I'm counting on you, darling, to make this wish come true.
I'm counting on you. Did I ever tell you guys I won a contest dancing off of that song? I'm going to tell you what kind of dancing I was doing. Let Me Make Love to You from the OJs right here on Bedtime Stories with the Peanut Butter Brother, Dr. Al Greer. Hello to Kim Patterson. Hey, K Pat. And also to Candace Harden. Thank you, Candace, for inviting me to the art gallery on Saturday out in Steiger, Illinois. I haven't been out there since I hosted the show for Doc Payne. I guess Doc don't need me for his next gig coming up because he hooked up with the Magnolia Blues Man. Yeah, well, I hope that goes well for you, sir. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Recently, someone asked me, did I cook? And I was like, well, no. If you ever, well, those of you who know me, you know, if I cook, then I'm crazy about somebody or just plain crazy. Last time I cooked was this exquisite dinner. It was just, oh my goodness. I think I outdid myself. And the young lady never showed up to eat. Then I saw her like a few months later. After that, I had thrown the spaghetti and everything else out because it was in my refrigerator turning green. I was like, I refuse to eat it. I just sat there at the table waiting for her to show up. But anyway, I should go back to cooking. I don't know. Maybe one of these days, you know. But anyway, back to the young lady I mentioned earlier. I was invited to a art gallery. I've been to an art gallery in a while now. Back in the day, I went to the Art Institute when I was a kid. So I learned how to, you know, how to do art, how to draw and everything else. I already knew because it was passed on from my dad, you know, who was a great artist. So it was great to be in an art gallery. And of course, the company was good too. Now, the company was better. I had a great day, Lady Kimberly. Yeah. Soon as I get home from work. Whoa, Rant, what? Oh, what? Hold up. Hold up there, Mr. Edmund. Good Lord. Lots of cash. Stack of many credit cards. I used to have a stack of major credit cards and A1 credit. Had like a 700 credit score. Got taken advantage of. It's like, ooh, you got good credit. You can buy a house. Almost did too. Pulled down my retirement from Chicago City Colleges. Blew that money, boy. I should have put it in the savings account. Blew it. Blowed it. Never do that again. I blowed it. So sad. Oops, I'm on the wrong one. Mhm. You know, that song got us in trouble. I'll cook your dinner as soon as I get home. I'll buy your clothes. Babyface just put us out there like that. Like, we can't compete with that. I'll buy your clothes. I'll cook your dinner too, as soon as I get home from work. What's she supposed to be doing all day? That's what I want to know. She better have a job too. It's, if I'm going to cook, hey, never mind. Babyface, you got us in trouble, man. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories. On WOSD Radio, DB Chicago, WCHI, I'm still on that, WCHI, Biggs Radio Chicago, and WRLN Radio, a Ray Neal media station. I got them mixed up. I was only supposed to be on one after 10 o'clock. So my apologies to Dial-In Biggs for stepping on her. But anyway, you got us in trouble, babyface. I'm telling you.
Margaret Mislane's Ray and get your custom gym shoes. Order now at 708-953-0015. That's 708-953-0015. It's an event of a lifetime. Black Carpet Events invites you to a Pretty in Pink weekend, July 18th through 21st, with Margaret Mislane's Ray. Place your orders now at 708-953-0015. 708-953-0015. And ask for Miss Legs.
And tell her Al Greer sent you, of the doctor. This is Bedtime Stories. With the doctor, Dr. Al Greer, that is. Hello to everybody who showed up on Sunday over at the Quarry on 75th, right off of Yates. Hope you guys had a good time with me as I had with you. And once again, happy birthday to the birthday girl who was 80 years old. I looked her in her face. I said, "You don't look like you're 80 years old." I said, I know what they say, black don't crack. And I put my hand up, I said, and beige don't age. And peanut butter melts in your mouth, not in your hand. Here's the first of two in a row. From Boys to Men, from Monique on Bedtime Stories. Bree, what's up, doctor? Your brother will be coming to stay with me tomorrow. I don't know where I'm going to put him, but we'll work it out. You know, 2 seconds from being asleep. I know that's right. Let's see. I'm putting one on the couch, one on the love seat. The other's Alonzo, and then the others on the floor. Got a blow up mattress, so we'll see how that works out. Yeah, because ain't nobody sleeping in my bed. Mm-mm. Alonzo Phillip III. I'm gonna take my clothes off too. Yeah, ooh. Who is right? As much as I love my grandchildren, I have a house full of people. You know, kind of wish I was still somewhere else. You know, that would have been great if I was still out in what was that Calumet City. That would have been great because that house had several bedrooms. I'd have just had to kick my cousin out. They're crazy. So I'll make love when you want me to. Mm-mm. Do do do. Mm-mm-mm. goes wrong. I'm down on bended knee. Don't get me to singing, boy. I don't want Barbara Jean talking about me. Do, 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 do. Jamal Roberts. Yeah, ooh. Do, 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 do. No, it's in the middle of the doggone song. I'm down on bended knee. It used to. Two in a row from Boys to Men. That is On Bended Knee. Both written by Kenneth Babyface Edmonds. Yeah, he could write some songs, though. I saw him a few months ago out at the Hard Rock Cafe. My sister and I went to visit him, or not visit him, but see the concert. And he had this one mic that he used. And unfortunately, that mic wasn't working, and he refused to take another mic. He was like, "No, we're using my mic." I said, "Okay, I'm mad at you." So he has a special mic that I guess makes him sound good or better. He sounds pretty good, though. Also saw Boys to Men a few years ago. This is right after they let Michael McCleary go, but you couldn't tell they had his voice recorded, so you could still hear his harmonies coming through the speakers, which was kind of cool. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Speaking of going to sleep, go to sleep, Brianna. That's my daughter, guys. Here's AWB. For love of your own. Baby. Until you tried it. No, numbers jumped up. I am so upset. My upset is kind of cool upset because it's not, really upset. I don't know how many people watched The Equalizer with Queen Latifah, where instead of Robert McCall, she was Robin McCall. And a lot of people were hoping that Netflix would save it. Why? Because there was a show that was very good that went on to Netflix and finished out their series. And that show was Lucifer. Lucy fans wasn't hearing it. When they got canceled on Fox, Netflix picked them up, all the old episodes and the new ones, and they wrote it out to the end. So a lot of people were hoping that The Equalizer would meet a similar fate. Unfortunately, they didn't, which is sad. Same thing with SWAT, with Shamar Moore. I know you women love Shamar Moore. I ain't hating, though. I ain't hating. So, I was like, oh my. So, yep, CBS got rid of all the good shows. I'm hoping that the show with Damon Wayans Sr. and Jr. will find its way on Netflix. The Upshaw seems to be doing well on Netflix. They've been renewed for another season in September, and it's a really good show. If you've never seen The Upshaws, Mike Epps is in it, Wanda Sykes, and of course, starring Kim Fields. Kim, of course, shedding her images, or former images on television, and she's just an out and out, well, not ghetto, but not she's not Tootie. She's definitely not Regine. She's all Kim. Closer to her own personality. And I don't mind saying this, but she be wearing some nice shoes. I ain't no homosexual, but she wears some nice shoes. There's one episode she had on these strappy heels. I'm like, okay, I see you, Kim Fields. But I am truly happy for them, meaning the Upshaws, executive producers, of course, Mike Epps and Wanda Sykes, and of course it's based in his hometown of Indianapolis. So I like that. And I hope that show stays on for a while. I really do. Oh, I almost forgot. Shout out to Leslie Taylor Moore, as I call her. Leslie, thank you so much for inviting me to Privilege on Saturday. Had a great time. Also, let's see. Oh, Ron Baker Jr. was one of the comedians. Got in the last minute of his set, and he shouted me out. I'm like, gee, thank you. Then the next day, I was at room 43, and this guy started cracking Beijing jokes, which are the same ones that Ron was telling. I'm like, oh, you were at the comedy show the other night, huh? Okay. You got jokes about my hair, huh? At least I got hair. Shoot. Yeah. What little I have, it's black. Well, not black, but it's brown. I found a color that's closest to my original hair color. So my nephew L Genius is always teasing me about my hair. I'm like, no, I'm just restoring it. It's being restored to its original color. It's like when you buy a car, It's like, ooh, that car, it used to be red, So I just restored my hair. That's all. I know you hate that, and that's okay. Too bad. Get over it. Get over it, sir. With me. I love you so much. No, no. No. I need you. My, as my good friend Paul Richmond, along with the Amusement Park Band, and No, right here on Bedtime Stories. That's the name of the song. When people used to ask me, "Could you play that song by you know, the Amusement Park Band?" I said, "No." I said, "Well, why not?" I said, "That's the name of the song." I said, "What's the name of the song?" "No." "No what?" And anyway, who's on first? Your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Hello to our new listeners, to Deidre and to Candace, I think that's her name. Your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Thank you for being on my live. Of course, Cherie, as I call her, Sherry Yvette Withers Banks. I'm sorry I missed your show on Saturday. I would have been there, but unfortunately, you lose track of time sometimes. By the time I got out there, they'd have been clapping it up, and you would have gotten a standing ovation, and I would have missed the entire show. I had other parties to attend too, but only got to one. So, but I'm happy I did. Happy belated birthday to Leslie Moore. Of course, you've heard her voice on this show many times. So, happy birthday to her. She was one of my interns when I was at GCI, and congratulations to her and her businesses. Yeah, businesses. Yeah, when they leave me, they blow up. Leave me in the dust. Is the first of two in a row from Atlantic Star. Am I dreaming? I hope not. This is Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Hmm. But I'm back. And you keep moving my mic. There we go. Yeah. Cover my entire face. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Am I dreaming? Am I dreaming? Okay, who are we doing for foreplay tonight? Any ideas? KP?
This is LT, and you're listening to my best friend, Al Greer, on Bedtime.
Yes, the request line is open. That's funny. Of course it is. Do 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 do. To me, to you, always. Mhm. SOS band. You got it. Excellent choice. Excellent. Excellent choice. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, excellent choice. Yeah. And me, he. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I don't think I've done them on this show. I've done them on the B-side show. Even when you sleep, sands of time, no one's gonna love you more. Weekend girl, tell me if you still care. Already got them. Already. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play. You're missing. Yes, that's what you're here for. Yeah. Even when you sleep, that's the only one missing from your list. But yeah, that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Sands of time. Great minds think alike. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Known for their ballads and not for their up-tempo songs. That, of course, Atlantic Star and Always and Forever. Not to be confused with Heatwave song Always and Forever. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. And of course, the request lines are always open via Facebook on Messenger. That is, if you're on Facebook. Otherwise, you can, I guess you can call me. That is, if you know my number. You just text me. Okay. All right. Here's the first of 2 in a row from A Taste of Honey, Sukiyaki on Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. But you took your love away from me. Oh, baby. Away from me. I love the strings in this song. Me. Kiki Wyatt. Yeah. Sayonara.
I'm not wearing nothing but Al Greer with bedtime stories.
Wish you could come. I wish you could come to the Kiki Wyatt event too. It's not until August. August. So sing it, girl. All right. Right. Yeah, you could be my date. My sister asked me to go. She said, put me in one of your bags, your DJ bags, so I can go with you. I said, okay. Sounds good to me. Mountain and oh, absolutely. You definitely see me at the mixer in July. I'm not sure it's on a rooftop. Now, I'm afraid of heights. So I don't know how that rooftop thing is going to work out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm scared when it comes to heights. I am. I'm afraid of heights, but you know, I'm gonna grin it and bear it, as they say. You know, I just hope it's enclosed. You know, I hope I won't see out and, you know, all of that stuff. I am terrified of heights. Turn around from Taste of Honey, and I'll try something new. Before that, Sukiyaki, two songs that were remade by them. I'll try something new, originally done by Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, and Sukiyaki. Not sure who the original artist is on that one, but I have to look it up. But it's not an American artist because the original lyrics are in Japanese. It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, just ahead of foreplay in about 16 minutes. But right now, we go to Vallejo, California, and can function. Let me put love on your mind. I fly, but the only way you can get me on a plane, here's the secret. I stay up the night before that I know I'm going to fly. I will not sleep. I will drink coffee and take no dose until you know. So when I do get on the flight, I'm immediately, you know, ready to sleep. So I don't do heights well. I really don't. I'll stay up all night until it's time for me to go to the airport. Of course, I'll get a ride to the airport. Try not to sleep in the car. And then board that plane, and that's when I go to sleep. And when I wake up, I hope to wake up in the next destination and not wake up, you know. Yeah. But I went to, on Friday, I went to see Matriarch, which is Beyonce's mom, her book signing, and that was in the first balcony. So the first balcony wasn't so bad. It's just that when I was going up those steps, it reminded me of the auditorium theater. And it wasn't so bad. You know, I just, you know, I kind of tuned it out. I sat down and that was it. But yeah, I don't do heights very well. You know, when I went to St. Louis the first time for the Radio Hall of Fame, I rode on a train. And once again, I stayed up all night, got dropped off at the train, and went to sleep on the train. Had my Beats headphones and my tablet and my whatever else. Had my music and that was it. But the whole time I was either watching my tablet, listening to my music, asleep until we got to St. Louis. So yes, Mr. Greer doesn't do heights. I understand the train was going over water, but I was asleep while it was going over the water. I believe. I'm not sure, you know, but when I woke up and I saw those arches, I was like, I'm in St. Louis. You know, to some people, it's not a big deal. It's like, oh, it's St. Louis. It's just St. Louis. But to me, it was different because I was out of town. I was somewhere else. I wasn't in the friendly confines of Chicago. I couldn't just take a Uber home. You Nah, that'd be too much Ubering. So I had my round trip ticket on the train. And the train station wasn't that far from where we were, which was the uh, St. Louis Blues Museum. And I was like, I'm in St. Louis. I couldn't believe it. It was an experience, which is every time I go out of town, it's a big deal to me, and I tell other people, hey, I was out of town this weekend, like, oh, okay. To some people who travel all the time on a regular basis, it's not a big deal to them. When you say, I'm going to St. Louis, so like, okay, been there, done that. Oh, okay. But it was really a big deal for me to go down to St. Louis and get my my award from the president. Even though he wasn't there, it was cool because he signed it. So, I'm sure it's going to be an experience when I go to Indianapolis, because as a young adult, I always wanted to work out in Indianapolis at a radio station called WTLC. I never got a chance to work there with the great Jay Johnson. So that was always my dream, to work with him. Although I listened to him growing up when he was here in Chicago at WVON. It's like, man. I said, one of these days I'm gonna work with him. And it never happened. But of course I can call him, and we could, like we used to say back in the day, we could rap. They rap. He's one of the 3 remaining members of the WVON Good Guys. It's Jay Johnson, Joe Cobb, and Cecil Hale. Joe is down in Arkansas. Cecil Hale is in Atlanta, and Jay Johnson is in Houston, Texas, or Dallas, one of those. Yep. 3 of the best to ever do it. Oh, baby. Take your time, girl. Just Ba-ba-da-da. Da-ba-da, da-da-da. I love that song. There we go. Take that vocal out there. I'm gonna leave it in. What the hell? It's telling the story there. All right, that's enough. Robert Glasper telling a bedtime story. Confunction by Your Side from the album. I think the album was called Touch. Yeah. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, just about 5 minutes away from foreplay. Right now, here's two Philadelphia natives, Grover Washington Jr. and Patti LaBelle, who looked oh so good the other night on American Idol. She always looks good. Good Lord. Mm-mm-mm. Go on, Auntie Patty. The best is yet to come. The best. This will be Do you know? Mm-mm. Go on, Grover.
set us free.
Us, you are hustling.
Oh, was the Queen's tour there? I'm sure it was for $500. Yeah. She's she's currently on tour along with Stephanie Mills. Who else is on that tour? Stephanie Mills. Yeah. Good tickets were $135. I wanted to say Tina Marie. Good Lord. That would be a hell of a concert to bring Tina Marie back. Anyway, Patti LaBelle, Gladys Knight, Stephanie Mills. Was that ever? Oh, and Shaka Khan. Yeah. Shaka Patty. That's, you're paying like at least $200 or more for just one act. For good tickets, they're like $500, and it's worth it. I mean, everybody on that stage has been in the business 40 years plus. Anywho, let us present a new sponsor to Bedtime Stories, Lee's Unleaded Blues. Check them out.
We're keeping the blues alive at Lee's Unleaded Blues Chicago, 7401 South Chicago Avenue, with live blues, jazz, and more from 8 p.m. until midnight nightly. See artists like Omar Coleman and the Brian Lupo Band, Miss Honeydew, and the Chris Christmas Band. An acoustic set with our own brother Jacob, Annetta Visor, and the Chris Christmas Band. Song stylist Tony Elliott Bell and the Gentleman Trio, and Miss Reese and her Reese's Pieces. For more information, go to leesunleadedblues.com or call 773-217-9650. 773-217-9650. It's Blues Nightly at the newly remodeled Lee's Unleaded Blues Chicago, 7401 South Chicago Avenue. Like the man said in the song, the blues is all right. Come out and get the blues.
I like that. Come out and get the blues. Or stay home and get the blues. You're better off coming out and getting the blues. We're WOSD Radio DB Chicago, WCHI Biggs Radio Chicago, and WRLN Radio. A Ray Neal media station, and it's time for foreplay. They hail from Atlanta, Georgia, starting off in 1977. Yep. 77, good Lord. Their lead vocalist was with another group, and the group was called Sounds of Santa Monica. They sent a demo to a guy by the name of Clarence Avant, who was head of Taboo Records at the time. And they were signed immediately. Their first album kind of flopped, even after changing their name. Their second album was produced by Leon Silvers III with a co-production of or from Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, which is how Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis got fired from the time, because they got stuck in a snowstorm producing the SOS band. So Prince told them, stay on down there, man. Make your money. But anyway, they've been performing ever since. Their first big hit, of course, Take Your Time and Do It Right, which went platinum. Tonight in Foreplay, we feature the music of the SOS band, Sounds of Success. This is Even When You Sleep on Foreplay. Even when you sleep. Even when you sleep. Where's Barbara Jean and Bev Massey and everybody else?
I'll give to you, 'cause you are my love, and you are my life, one my dreams are made of. Oh, deep this love, I give it to you, forget your trouble.
Even when you sleep. My soundproofing is coming down. Lights. Lights. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
It's foreplay inside bedtime stories with Al Greer.
The way I do, nobody. Wow. I can love you better. Me too. Me can love you better. Mm. Mm, mm, do. I'm not sure. Wow. Mm-hmm. It's gonna love you. Love you better. Mhm. I can love you better. Boom, boom. One stage, one night of legends. Patti LaBelle, Stephanie Mills, Shaka Khan, and Gladys Knight. See, they should have had me do the commercial.
You're in the middle of foreplay with Al Greer on Bedtime Stories.
Mm. Wow. Wow. Love that sound. Wow. To know you better. Not a weekend girl. That used to be Donna Lynn's theme song. This is your weekend girl, Donna Lynn Biggs. Because we used to come on Saturday. So that was her theme song. Now she's week girl every week, every day. But that was her original theme song, Weekend Girl. Somebody else used that too, but we ain't gonna talk about them. Kind of like your nighttime girlfriend. Exactly. Check it out. The way. Mm-hmm. 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 I use what is it? Radiocaster. I use Bud to record. So that records my shows, and Radiocaster shoots it to the 4 stations that I'm on. So yeah, I use Butt. I mean, I guess I could stream through Butt as well, but Butt only goes to my station. It doesn't go to the other 3 stations. So yeah, so that's why I use the Radiocaster and Butt to record. So when I want to run a rerun or something like that, it's already recorded. Oh, the weekend girl. Why not? Plus, I can adjust Butt for the playback. Like when it plays back on the station, it sounds better the second time. Kind of like leftovers. It tastes better the second day. Yeah. So, I make sure that it's equalized and everything else. So it's like it'd be beaten the next day.
It's foreplay with Al Greer on Bedtime Stories.
Woo! Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Sometimes. Sing Mary. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Oh yeah, I almost cussed. That's that ish right there. Produced by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, the SOS Band, consisting of Jason Bryant, Mary Davis on lead vocals, Billy Ellis, Sonny Killebrew, Abdul Rauf, John Simpson, Bruno Sprite, our good friend, may he rest in peace, Jerome Thomas, and Kurt Mitchell on saxophone, bass, guitar, drums, and of course, the extras. Get this for extras. Terrell, Alexander O'Neill, um, Terry Lewis, Lisa Keith, Jelly Bean Johnson, Jimmy Jam, Jerome Benton, Freddie Grace. Yeah, that's the background vocals. It's amazing. And of course, additional musicians. But most of the stuff was done by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis in their own studio. This was before and during the time that they were working with Janet Jackson. SOS Band. I saw them one time at where was it? Erie Crown Theater here in Chicago. Great concert, just great. It was them and Lakeside and another group. But of course, the SOS Band could not leave the stage until they did this one. And boy, did they do it. So they had the recording going and they all stepped out from behind their instruments, came to the front of the stage, put their arms up, held hands, and the whole audience just, we went wild. Tell me if you still care. The SOS Band on Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother. If you still care. Mine too. They came out there, boy. Hey, Venetia. They put that, it was like everybody, they pulled out them lighters, boy. It was so cool. I was like, yeah. They was killing it. I was like, oh, look at there. I mean, they were killing it. That drum machine and whatever sequencer was just going through, and I was like, look at these fools. One by one, they started putting the instruments down. And the drum machine or whatever, the sample that just kept going. And they walked, they put their hands up, and they bowed, and the crowd kept singing. I was like, that's how you end a concert. That's how y'all do it. That's how you do it. You know, they came and they bowed, they stepped back. Music was still going. We were still singing. Tell me. When you kiss me, boom. And it don't sound good unless you're playing it on a good system. When that part at the end, when you kiss me, boom. When you touch me, boom. It's got to be on a good system, boy. Some serious whoopers. Boom. But most of them didn't actually play on the first 3 albums. They played their own instruments. But after that, I think after the 3rd or 4th album, it was just Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis playing everything. Jelly Bean Johnson did the drum programming. Monty Moyer, of course, from the time, they did all the instruments, the keyboards and everything else. Hello, Venetia. But of course, Mary Davis did do all the vocals, and so did the lead singer. But what was his name? Shoot, Jason Bryant. Who was on this one as well. I am well, Venetia. Thank you for asking. I am well. Now, they say Mary Davis left to do a solo career, but when the new person took over and wasn't well received, Mary went back to the group. So, yeah. You have several groups who had female lead singers. Rolls Royce, nobody was better than the first one. The second one was okay. Atlantic Star went through the same thing, trying to replace Sharon Bryant and everybody else. Yeah. Have you heard from your daughter? No, I have not. No. Have you? Yeah, they don't call me anymore. Yeah, they don't call me. But like the song by Sade, never as good as the first time. Never as good as the original lead singer. Now, I've seen Rolls Royce in concert recently at the Horseshoe Casino, but their lead singer, she sounded like she's singing in church. Rose Norwalt or Gwen Dickey, they didn't put a lot of soul into it. It was soulful, but this girl sounded like Ann Nesby singing gospel music. Anyway, Sandra Corelli, was a lead at one time. Chandra was good too. She was good. But it's hard to replace the original lead singer, which is why Rufus featuring Shaka Khan didn't do well without them being together. They had like several singers to replace Shaka. But when they came back together for Master Jam in 1980, woo-hoo, Quincy put his foot in it. So much so, it was a picture of Quincy on the back cover on the phone. Like, get these jokers back together. Because they had all played on Off the Wall, so it made sense for them to, just be each other's studio, and that's it. Bedtime stories on WOSD Radio. Only one person who could replace Shaka, and that was Paulette McWilliams. Paulette was the original lead singer of Rufus. She was the one that pulled their coattail about Shaka. Paulette sang background for Luther for years, both record and in concert. So Kim, look up Paulette McWilliams. Yeah, she was great, fantastic. But that's the only person that could replace Shaka. And there was one other person who could have replaced Shaka and Rufus, and that was Vesta. Vesta could have replaced Shaka, but Vesta didn't want to sing with the group. But Vesta, Rufus featuring Vesta, that would have been woo, woo, woo-wee. Yeah, because Vesta sang background for Shaka. So, yeah, buddy. My girl, if anybody was going to replace Shaka, it would have been Vesta. But she didn't want to sing with the group, and they didn't want no fat girl leading them. You can't go from Shaka's little size 2 to Vesta's, 10 or 12. So, yeah. Yep, Pebbles and Sherelle. Yeah. She always. Yep. Vesta. Oh my God. Vesta. Vesta could sing rings around anybody. She really could. But, because of her weight, a lot of people didn't want to go with her. I remember Vesta came to Chicago. I'll never forget it. She performed at the Park West, and I fell in love with her. When I say I fell in love with her, I didn't care that she sang. I really didn't. I didn't care that she was a singer. I wanted her. I'm like, you are so pretty. She's like, you really think so? I said, I really think so. And you have a great sense of humor, and I love your personality. You do. Like that, like she asked me. We were, together. And she said, so what type of woman do you like? I said, sitting across from me. She said, oh, good answer. Okay. I said, no. I saw you at the Park West. And after your first song, I wanted to get up there and give you mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. She said, ooh, I'm fat. I can't be dancing like this. But she was killing it. She had this song out. What was the name of that song? Something About You. And she came out singing that song, and she was killing it, once bitten, twice shy. She's like, that's a song she never should have written. She didn't like it, but crazy about some Vesta. Pebbles and Sherelle, and Always, produced by Babyface. And of course, a duet between Pebbles and Sherelle. Sherelle, whose real name was Cheryl Norton, did a couple of duets with Alexander O'Neill. And Pebbles was the, I guess you could say, the manager for TLC. She was skimming off the top, and they had to let her go. Poor Pebbles. Learn the business first. But, you know, her career wasn't doing too well, so she lived vicariously through TLC, who became, they became legends. Kimberly Patterson wants to know, wasn't Johnny Gill on vocals too on Pebbles' song? Yeah. At the time, they were doing an album on Johnny Gill, and of course, Babyface did some of his songs, as well as I don't think they worked with Jimmy Jam. Yes, they did. Meaning Johnny Gill. Yeah. Got that sound, boy. Speaking of that sound, every group has a sound, and that sound is created by that lead singer. When Rufus and Shaka Khan split, there was nobody, absolutely no one, who could replace Shaka Khan. But wouldn't it have been great if this lady had replaced her? I don't think she wanted to be in a band, and I don't think they wanted her because of her weight. But this was my baby. Loved her from the top of her head to the bottom of her little feet. And she has some pretty feet, too. Is Vesta, Sweet, Sweet Love. The first of two in a row here on Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. To me. Woo, if she had lived, boy, oh my God. I mean, if you listen to that beat, the beat is the same, almost the same beat as Sweet Thing. I will love you anyway, even if you cannot stay. I think you are the one for me. This is where you ought to be. I'm not satisfied. You're not mine, I can't deny it. Don't you hear me talking, baby? She could have easily have taken Shaka's place. Yeah, she does. The phrasing. Me like you do. Had she lived, she'd have still been performing. And I'd have been her manager and her husband and her lover. All of that in that order. Those that know me know I love me some Vesta. She was so fine. Oh my God. She was so fine. I saw her episode of Unsung, which was finished shortly before she passed. I was like, wow. I was so hurt. I think Phyllis's was the first unsung, and then a few episodes later, then it was Vesta. At least Vesta got a chance to finish it. They did some outtakes. Well, not outtakes, but stuff that they didn't use in the original show. Just showing her personality. She was so pretty. She was so pretty. So pretty. I don't care what nobody said, fat or not. When she was in the movie Posse with Tiny Lister, I was mad. I was so mad. Tiny Lister picked her up and everything. I was like, I wish I could pick her up. To me. Yep. Yep, their music had the same beat. Sing it, baby.
All of your favorite slow jams from back in the day with Al Greer on Bedtime Stories.
Woo! And they let her go. A&M Records let her go. Couldn't understand it. But she was up against a lot of odds, And most of it had to do with her weight. Well, Mary Vesta. Let you know. Ah, yeah. See, you see this? This from the time I get on to the time I'm off, this continually gets filled with Arizona iced tea, green iced tea. That's all I drink. Besides tequila and beer. Yep. Talk about a crush. Man, I had a crush on her. Mary Vesta Williams. She was only 53 when she made her transition. Obviously, she's not listening to my show right now. Yes, I drink water as well, Kimberly Patterson. I drink water and I drink iced tea. So it keeps me hydrated. You know, us old folks got to stay hydrated, you know. It's Alexander O'Neill and Sentimental on Bedtime Stories. Where is Troy tonight?
Hey,
Yes, dear.
hey, I'm not on the air, am I?
No, you're on the phone. You're on the phone. How's he doing? Ooh, very good. Very good. Very good. Diabetes, if it's high, then you have to run to the bathroom every 5 minutes. If it's low, you might have it might drop too low. Your sugar drop too low to the point where you'll be like uh, loopy. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Oh Lord, don't do that. Whenever it kicks in, it's $10 too much. Good Lord. Yeah, yeah. I got to get my own now. So, and soon. Yeah, yeah. Who? Oh, no, no. So now she's on your side for a while. So she finds out. So she finds out that you and I are talking, then it's gonna be, yeah. But you gonna be up for a while? I'll call you back when I get off the air. Oh. Love you too, sweetheart. Sleep well. Bye-bye. Where is Troy? That's a good question. Where is the Troy? I'm gonna have to call him because that's not like him. He's missed too many shows. I hope he's okay. He might be a pain in the you know what, but yeah. I will. I'll call him tomorrow. Hey, go home. Boom. Don't really love you. Won't really love you. Thank you. Thank you. Good night to you. Thank you. He don't really love you like I love you. The Delphonics. One of their first big hits produced by Tom Bell. That's going to do it for me, Al Greer. Thank you so much for staying up with me, as always. To Kim Patterson, also to, let's see, who else? Oh, my sister, Angie Martin Turner. Cherie, Yvette Withers Banks, my daughter Brianna, and of course, a host of others. Thank you so much to Monique for checking in, and Deidre. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Till next time, blue skies, green lights, and peace. Good night, Miss Delicious. And that's all, folks. Peace out. Don't forget to Zell me. That's for real. 10, 20, 50, $100 or more. Hit me up. Peace out. Oh, wait a minute. And that is a wrap.